video's lost. It was deleted at some point, and unlike other Screamer videos that met the same fate, nobody has re-uploaded it or anything.
It's believed that the video was deleted intentionally after being annoyed by its success. Since its deletion, the video has never resurfaced, and the exact details of the video have become unclear.
I'm definitely very intrigued to see this video and am hoping it will one day resurface.
I was done being reasonable. I needed to find this video, I was not crazy, and I was willing to do anything to prove it. Anything!
No matter how long you've been on the internet, there's a chance you've heard of a good old video game mystery. Whether it was a theory about something found in the game, or just a fake story surrounding the game. Fans of these games love to discuss the mysteries, as it was not only super interesting to uncover potential secrets of the games they love playing, but it was just fun to talk about these theories with others and see what they thought of the mystery. One of the most iconic gaming mysteries of all time is the Luigi and Super Mario 64 theory, also known as the L is Real 2401 mystery. Many speculate that the text on the fountain in the castle's courtyard read L is Real 2401, which meant that Luigi was real and could be playable in the game. It wouldn't be until over 24 years later when it was revealed that Luigi was indeed in the game's files, but wasn't an unlockable character. Nonetheless, the mystery was finally solved. But back in the day, there were many people talking about this topic, and there would be one YouTube video which would not only take the Super Mario 64 community by storm, but the entire internet. An old video called Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret was uploaded to YouTube way back in 2007 and supposedly showed you a way to unlock Luigi. The video would give you many complicated steps, and after just a few minutes, right before you think Luigi would appear on the screen, it cuts to the infamous K-Fee car ad jump scare and the video ends. The video would stay up for years while others would prank their friends with this video, or poor unsuspecting kids would stumble upon it and be scarred for life. However, out of nowhere in late 2012, the video was wiped from the platform, and since then, this video has been lost to time, with there being no re-uploads and only a handful of evidence suggesting that the video did indeed exist. So how did this infamous Screamer video that scared hundreds of thousands around the world suddenly become lost media? Why hasn't this video been found after years of searching? Let's dive into this mystery and truly find out what happened. This is the story of Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret, aka the Lost Super Mario 64 Screamer. Our story begins on August 15th, 2007, when a YouTube user named LotusMan17 would upload a video to his channel titled Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret. The video was a little over 5 minutes and was a fake tutorial on how to unlock Luigi in Super Mario 64. The video was edited in Windows Movie Maker and showed several different text prompts which would instruct you on what to do in order to unlock Luigi. The video was super low quality, with the Super Mario 64 gameplay on the computer screen being recorded with an old flip phone. Some more details that are important to mention are that Mario's clothes were a completely different color. Rather than the classic red and blue, which he's known for wearing, his clothes were blue and black. And not only were Mario's textures changed, but the castle's brick textures were also changed to black. There was even an extra door added in the castle, which apparently caused the textures to glitch out during the video. There were also 2 music tracks that supposedly played throughout the video, which were Whispers in the Dark by Skillet and those chosen by the planet from Final Fantasy VII. However, at one point, the video's music was actually changed due to copyright, and the audio was changed to either Dreamscape by 009 Sound System or Database by Alexander Pearls, who is actually the creator behind 009 Sound System. No one knows for sure which one it was though. The video itself starts outside of the castle before Mario runs into it. The rest of the video takes place in the castle's courtyard, with the exception of the one part where the textures glitch out and is named the quote alternate dimension. Some of the steps that were likely in the video were a step where you had to kick a boo in the courtyard and a step where you had to run around the fountain with the big star statue a certain amount of times. The rest of the details about the steps are unknown though. This would go on for a few more minutes before one last bit of text pops up saying something along the lines of, quote, press A on this wall, and then the video immediately cuts to the iconic jump scare from the KFC car commercial. However, Lotus actually edited the jump scare so that the zombie looked like he was being electrocuted or something. After the jump scare, the video then ends with some rolling credits on a black screen, with many believing the ending text said something along the lines of, quote, trolled LOL. This video would be up on YouTube for years, with many hating the video due to them just not finding the prank very funny and wanting to unlock Luigi. The hate would get so big that Lotus would actually disable the comments on the video and add an annotation to the video which said that he would eventually delete the video due to the amount of hate that he was getting. And what do you know? In late 2012, Lotus would delete the Big Star Secret video from his channel, and just like that, the video was gone. The video was mostly forgotten about shortly after its deletion, with no one mentioning it for years until September 8th, 2015, when a user named SEL on the Screamer forum would post a thread about the video titled How to Get Luigi on Super Mario 64 Screamer. There are many videos showing this that are actually quote-unquote fake, but I remember being had by one that ended with the KFC zombie screaming. I tried to find it lately, but I can't. Anyone remember seeing that? Another witness says, I remember watching the video too, although it was about getting the Eternal Star in Mario 64, not getting Luigi in Mario 64, which was another urban legend. I looked everywhere for this video and even checked the Wayback Machine and I couldn't find it, so we can assume that the video was deleted. What I remember from the video, which proves pretty much that it was deleted, was that when I watched it, the comments were disabled and an annotation popped up when the video was starting, which said something like, I'm taking down the video because he was getting hate for it, and realized that it was just a troll move, so I'm guessing a little bit after I watched it, he took it down. P.S. I kind of found the video when I was really searching this one time on YouTube. But it's not really the video, but a reaction to it, and it is really hard, the video itself to... What is this? What? Video itself too, and it's not of the whole video, just the end part with the screamer. Here's the link. However, nowadays, when you click on this link, the video is actually privated, and it's not available to watch on the Wayback Machine either, which is a real shame. However, the title has been archived and is revealed to be called Screamer Prank Fail. Other than that, the rest of the thread is just others trying to figure out the actual video title, which was eventually found to be called Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret, thanks to an actual Internet Archive page of the video page from 2008, which we'll get back to later. However, even with all this knowledge about the video being out there on the internet, there were still many people posting about this exact video who had no idea about any of this information at all or this thread's existence. Throughout 2015 and 2020, several new threads would pop up everywhere which would talk about the Big Star Secret video. When I was a really little kid, I was on YouTube looking at videos about the game Mario 64. There was a section of the game where you go into the castle courtyard and there's a statue that has text on it that says L is real or something. My younger self was watching conspiracy videos about it, and I remember one where it was a tutorial saying things like, go here, jump and kick this very wall, then run over here and kill this boo. The end of the video, there was a screamer. It was a zombie looking thing that was violently convulsing. I'm super curious and really want to find this video again. Can anyone help me? We all have this shared memory of this one Mario 64 video being uploaded to classic YouTube. It was one of those L is real mystery videos, but there was the peaceful car ride screamer at the end. The thumbnail was probably a Mario 64 screenshot of the courtyard, filtered green. It starts off with a typical run-of-the-mill 2008 L is real mystery, with the video blacking out to show text from Windows Movie Maker and stuff. It's showing a quote-unquote method on how to unlock Luigi, and Mario eventually has to kick a boo. Then he walks over to the courtyard. The screen blanks out and then says, quote, and then it quickly cuts to the peaceful car ride screamer with the convulsing zombie. We know it's not just us because we found a 4chan thread with people remembering the same or similar videos, and yet no one can find them. It's like they disappeared off the face of the earth. If anyone has any information on this, it'd be greatly appreciated. I remember seeing it as a little kid a long time ago, somewhere between 2006 and 2010. It was about the secret of the star statue in the castle backyard, and was showing instructions like, quote, hold A and walk backwards or something. When finally it resulted in the screamer ending. There were so many people who remembered this video, but yet no one knew what on earth happened to it or what the original video was even called. This would all change, however, when a user named named Mavil would upload a video to YouTube titled The Hunt for a Jump Scare Prologue. This video would act as a mini documentary about Mavil recounting his experience with the video, along with trying to get more information about it. And this video actually managed to provide tons of leads, such as when the video was uploaded, what the video was exactly about, what the video looked like, and even the exact way the jump scare was edited. This video would truly be what would help ignite interest in this search, and shortly after this video came out, the official first On the Hunt channel and the Lost Media Wiki Discord server would be created. A user named Dykate, who founded the Lost Media Wiki, would link Mavil's video as the first message, and then others went to work to hunt this video down. There would even be a little flyer made which listed all the details about the video, along with a recreation of what was thought to be what the video looked like based on the information they had at the time. And then only 2 days later, this happened. They had managed to stumble upon an archive page which had the video right there in the recommended section. The thumbnail, the title, the uploader, the view count, it was all right there. Everyone freaked out. Some quickly scrambled to try and find a way to contact Lotus in order to see if he still had the video or not. It even got to the point where someone contacted him on his PSN account, just out of nowhere. All right, but then they finally stumbled upon the single archive page of the video still being up from 2008, which I mentioned earlier. A quick detour of the page itself actually reveals a lot of information about the video. Sadly, of course, the actual video isn't able to be viewed, but there is still tons of other content on this page to explore. First of all, the elephant in the room, the title of the video, which I already mentioned. You can also see the description on the right, which reads, quote, "Title says it all," along with the date the video is uploaded and the uploader's name. At the time, the video only had 40,000 views rather than the hundreds of thousands it get later on, and it had a 2-star rating, which indicated that this was not a well-received video at all. But you can also actually view some old comments on the video, which were ones who actually found the video quite funny and amusing. LOL, very nice. Didn't scare me because I love scary things. LOL, I got suspicious when he went near the last wall and lowered the volume. Me too, but it was funny. And one more important thing that I think is 100% worth mentioning is this tab just above the comments that says video responses. So back in the old days of YouTube, you could post a video that would act as a response to another video, and so you'd mark the video as a video response and it would appear just under the original video. In this specific video responses tab, there is only one video, and that video turned out to be a different reaction video to the original. They checked to see if this video was still up, and guess what? It was.
What's that thing here?
Can you hear it now?
Yeah. Hey. What is it doing, please?
Wait.
What the leave it?
I think I don't know.
Wait, move! Move! I cannot see.
I don't know if this is the video.
This video titled Little Brother Getting Scared Late Reaction is the only footage we have of the video so far, albeit very hard to see the video itself and it only being the first 5 seconds and the last 20 seconds due to the guy skipping through the video. But still, no matter how bad the quality was or how short the snippet was, we had finally gotten some footage of the video. This was all huge. They were so close to getting the video, but literally the only thing they didn't have was the video itself. The reaction video, the thumbnail, and the Internet Archive page had all managed to help piece together this video and what it truly was. And they would even make a new flyer with updated information and the video's thumbnail replacing the recreation image. But that would not be the end of it at all. And we would manage to get even more information from none other than Lotus himself. Dykate had managed to get in contact with Lotus in a more professional manner, of course. However, Lotus had sadly told them that he likely didn't have the video anymore. But the good news was that there was a chance that Lotus would actually join the Lost Media Wiki Discord server and answer some questions about the video. And as soon as everyone heard this news, one would be on it instantly and give a rough draft of some potential questions to ask Lotus, which was of course if he joined. And well, guess what? He actually would join the server. This was massive. The original uploader of a video that everyone had been searching for a while was about to answer some of the biggest questions about the video. While it was obviously sad that Lotus didn't have the video anymore, that didn't mean that we couldn't at least get some more details about it. And so, Lotus would start spilling the beans. I don't remember Bring Me to Life being in there, but I think it was Whispers in the Dark from Skillet because I did get a strike from that music company. Chosen by the Planet was in there. So like I edited the textures in a level editor and also moved some doors around, and it kind of just happened. Like when I went through the first door, glitched out all the textures I put in with other stuff. I am sure of that it was XP for the operating system. The video was deleted sadly due to an accident on my behalf if I remember. The original was probably off in a landfill sadly because I don't have that PC anymore. I can't remember the exact audio, but I could try to look it up because it's one of those YouTube recommends it for audio swaps when they screw you over. Try this free audio. I did use Movie Maker. Maybe 009 Sound System Dreamscape? Yeah, that's the song. So the blue tint was probably from the screen or the phone. The title, as I recall, was Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret, and I may have extended the audio on the screen. It was shot on one of those first Motorola Razr flip phones, and I believe I used Fraps for all the in-game stuff, edited textures, and moved some doors with Toadstool 64, and the rest was all glitching helping me out. But glitches brought about for me moving stuff around. And that was all the information that Lotus had provided so far. We had managed to get so much new information from this that would help us truly get a better imagining of the video. The fact that Lotus was willing to hop on the Discord just to answer some questions about a silly video he deleted years ago was incredible, and it truly showed how Lost Media can bring so many people together. It was a literal miracle that Lotus was A, still active online, and B, willing to provide us with all the information about the video that he had remembered. And this entire experience just motivated others to continue searching. There was a chance the video was still online somewhere. There was also a theory that maybe YouTube still had the video somewhere on their servers, and it could simply get reinstated by asking on Twitter, as there have been cases where deleted videos have been reinstated by YouTube. But with how old the video was and how long ago it was deleted, YouTube responded by saying they were unfortunately unable to restore the video. Lotus would also pop back in every now and then, either to just chat or to answer some more minor questions. Random question about that music, as funny enough, it's the part that interests me the most and what I remember the most vividly about the video. Was the Final Fantasy VII song in the credits or part of the main video? I seem to remember the main video transitioning into it, but others say it was in the credits. I do believe it was in the main video. The idea behind that was, this is now gone evil. Interesting to hear the audio swap song was Dreamscape. I don't remember hearing it. I feel like I would have remembered it being it was so used. I'm pretty sure that's the one I used because that company actually reached out to me and offered to pay me. If anyone has Toadstool 64, I remember I putting a door in that wall, and when I went through that door is when the texture started glitching out. Yeah, it's just me running into the castle. I use the door I put in the right side of the main stairs. It then clips Mario into the lower stairwell. I run up to the Boo hallway, and I'm pretty sure that's when the textures flicker around a bit. Exit to courtyard. Before running around the fountain a few times. Stopping at the two signs going in between, and cue jump scare. I used a bit of the black slides with white text. I mean the title slide and slides for each of the steps, and then the credits. Others had also managed to find some very interesting information. They had managed to stumble upon a forum called Music High Life, which was a forum that was about downloading videos. And apparently, according to the statistics and data from the old Internet Archive page of the video was actually shared on this forum at one point. Unfortunately, this thread seems to have been deleted since then and another has taken its place, meaning that this is also another dead end, as there is also no old archive of the specific page where the video was posted. However, they were able to figure out approximately when the video was actually deleted thanks to some old comments on Lotus's discussion page of his channel, with the most recent comments coming from 2012. And shortly after this, one would also actually find a Facebook page about the video with the thumbnail, title, and most importantly, an updated description of the video from 2011, just 1 year before its deletion. This video was done out of complete boredom, and yet people still wish to leave hateful comments. Therefore, commenting has been disabled. This combined with the annotations, which was also brought up, suggested that possibly Lotus didn't delete the video by accident, but Lotus was getting so much hate and death threats from this single video that he was just sick and tired of it and deleted the video to escape from all the backlash. Lotus himself said that he doesn't recall this being the case, but that it could be possible. There was also a comment on this Facebook page that suggested the audio swap song might not have been Dreamscape by 009 Sound System as many had believed, but Database by Alexander Pearls instead. Translated roughly to English, it says, no, it had a song called Database by Alexander Pearls, and it says something about you have to go to the other dimension. I've also been looking for that video for years. Lotus would go on to provide some more information about the audio swap that happened. Someone emailed me and I thought it was fake, so ignored it, but they kept at it, so I responded, and it came with a little contract, which was simple. Whatever song I picked had to be the only song on there. It had to remain there as long as the video was up, and they paid me $40. All this was very interesting information and definitely helped a bit, but sadly, not much would come out of the search after this. Everyone was starting to feel like giving up. They had searched YouTube, found nothing. They had searched the Internet Archive, found nothing. They were starting to feel like this video was just never going to be found. Some were still optimistic though, with the video being downloaded and uploaded to that one forum, suggesting that some still have the video on their hard drive. Some were hopeful that someone would just randomly upload the video at one point, but others still didn't have much hope about this video being found. The channel's activity was slowing down. No new discoveries were being made by this point. There was still some hope though, as Dykate had tried contacting people from the Internet Archive who worked on YouTube crawl pages, which would basically collect data from tons of old YouTube pages. So if the video was in this crawl data, the video would have a way better chance of being found. This was basically their last resort. If this was another dead end, this would likely become a cold case. By the end of September, Dykate had finally gotten a response from the Internet Archive, but it was a very vague response. This obviously wasn't very helpful, at all. Dykate would try to get a better response and would even share the video URL with them. And then, Dykate would get the worst news possible. This isn't the news I wanted to deliver for our first hunt, but the Internet Archive doesn't have it. And unless you guys have any other ideas, I think we've just about done all we can on our end, until someone who has the video notices we're looking for it. The search had officially hit a dead end. Everyone had tried everything they could. They had used all of their leads, but the video was not found. Others would find the old Screamer Wiki forum from 2015 along with the privated reaction video, but with the privated reaction not being available to watch on the Internet Archive, this didn't really help too much. And on October 21st, 2020, Dykate had officially closed the channel for the hunt. It was declared a cold case. Sadly, after all those days of constant searching and reaching out to so many possible leads, the video was not found. They had come so close several times, but no one seemed to have it. But I think this experience in the Lost Media Wiki Discord for sure at least gave others a fun time. So many fun and interesting moments came from it, starting with one simple video by Mavel, which resulted in Lotus coming into the server and answering questions that people had about the video, along with just having fun with everyone else in the server. It's a great example of how Lost Media can truly bring people together. And it isn't just about finding the media itself, it's also about the experience in finding the media. The search. That is one of the most magical parts about it. All of these people coming together just to hunt down one piece of media for preservation purposes is why so many pieces of lost media have been found over the years. Without this community, so many pieces of lost media would still remain lost to this day, and I'm really grateful that it exists. Even if not all pieces of lost media are able to be found, the search can still be a truly wonderful experience. And Mavel himself would say this in his second video about the topic, being uploaded in March of 2021, which acted as a conclusion to his mini-series. And that is sadly where the search currently stands. After the Lost Media Wiki Discord had declared the search a cold case, nothing new has been found since. There have been some supposed images and videos floating around, but these have all been confirmed to be fake. There have also been many recreations of the original video made, which give us an idea of what the video likely looked like. But with all of this, you're probably like, well, yeah, no, this video is never getting found. But no, I still have hope. I still have hope that one day some random person will come forward and just have the video on them without knowing how many people want this video. With the video being as popular as it was back in the day, I have no doubts that at least someone still has it. Even if the person who uploaded it to that forum doesn't have it anymore, I bet someone else does. And if any of you watching this video have any information on this video or even actually do have the video, please let me know. Any piece of information is extremely important in getting this video found, and even though I wasn't a witness of the original, this is my most wanted piece of lost media right now. I was a huge fan of Super Mario 64 content back in the day, and I love watching some old YouTube content as it reminds me of simpler times. This is still one of the greatest videos on the platform, by the way. So getting this video found would not only help others relive their childhood trauma, but it would remind me of when life was easier and not as crazy as it is now. If you guys want, I've linked a server in the description which is fully dedicated to trying to find this video. If you want to join the search, feel free. I myself have been talking in the server a lot recently, and it's tons of fun and has got really nice people there. So don't be afraid to join if you want to. We would love to have you on the search. And that is going to be it for this video. This is for sure a different video from what I normally make, but I had a really fun time with it. You guys showed so much support on the community post asking if you would all be interested in this, which is greatly appreciated. And if this video does well enough, maybe I'll do more Lost Media videos in the future. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to cover any other topics in the future. And if you're new here, feel free to like and subscribe. I'm currently on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and I'm about to be 5,000 away, so any subscription is greatly appreciated. But yeah, I hope to see this video get found someday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.